Hello friends, AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink, back with another Christmas card for my 2021 Christmas card series. The main focus today is this 3D embossing folder. And before I get to everything else, when I do 3D embossing folders, these ones are from Simon Says Stamp. I lightly mist my cardstock, just lightly. It doesn't need to be soaking wet. It just helps to prevent cracking and whatnot, and it also helps get a deeper impression. So I lightly mist one side of the cardstock. I stick it in my folder. And then for me, I'm using a Spellbinders Platinum die cutting machine. It's the same as the Platinum 6, just this is the big machine. So I have my platform. I have 2 metal shims because I just happened to end up with 2. And then the folder, and I get a perfect impression. Now, you have to fiddle, depending on your machine, and it's listed in the listing on the Simon Says Stamp website. So if you click on the link to this embossing folder, there are different sandwich options for different machines. And then you just got to figure out what works for you. So if you don't have to have like 2 metal shims, you can just use a couple scraps of cardstock, things like that. So I'm just addressing that because I've seen a lot of questions online, because now, like, especially with this release, again, I'll get to that in a second, embossing folders are, making such a comeback, and these 3D ones are so much fun. So check out the listing though, because it will have the info depending on your machine. And then you just use that as kind of your guide and then fiddle a bit to figure out what works perfectly for you. So this is what works for me. And I used, of course, Neenah Desert Storm cardstock because that is my go-to for everything. And this time, I decided to color it with Copic Markers, which I haven't done before. I've done like different things with the 3D embossing folders and have other ideas. But I thought, I don't know, this one just really stood out to me. This is the Pine Bouquet, and it's part of the new release. Simon just, as this video is basically going live, hopefully, depending on my timing, Simon's handmade holiday release, like for November 2021, just went live, and there's a ton literally of embossing folders along with a bunch of other things. I will have a release and review video coming probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a disorganized mess. But anyway, with embossing folders, you can do so many things. Like, you can just emboss, ink blend, do some watercoloring, all sorts of things. I was looking at this one and I just loved it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to attempt Copic coloring because I haven't done that. And I purposely chose Neenah Desert Storm. 1, because I'm obsessed with it. And 2, it's, in my opinion, a little more forgiving. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I think if I'd used white cardstock, the little parts where I'm not as perfect with my coloring would be more obvious. And like I've said in other videos, perfection's overrated. So, and also because I specifically wanted to add, of course, white splatter. And I was like, ooh, if I do it on Desert Storm, the white splatter will show up all beautiful. And yeah. So I just colored this all in with Copic Markers, just following the raised embossed edges. So at times I was literally like holding it up like I'm showing here. Like I'm just holding it up so I can kind of see where things are and doing my thing. And yeah, my big old head and if you guys could actually see my hair some days, like when I say messy bun on top of my head, it's bad. I get weird looks sometimes from the delivery people when they show up because, I'm just doing my thing and not really paying attention. And I open the door and they're just like, whoa. And yeah, it gets in camera because I don't pay attention. But anywho, I've super sped this up in editing. At the very beginning there, I did do the coloring in real time, but this is super sped up. It didn't take too long. If I was to do this again, I'd be faster because this was my like literal first attempt at coloring the 3D embossed areas with Copic Markers. At the very beginning, I was a little more hesitant, but as I started filling things in and getting my groove, it was like, oh, this is fun. Kind of found it therapeutic. And because it's Desert Storm cardstock and it's not a white base, it will mute all the colors, which is fine. But you just got to keep that in mind depending on what it is you're coloring, what you want it to look like, etc. And experiment, or also have a scrap of cardstock off to the side. If you're coloring on something that isn't white cardstock and you're not sure how it's going to look, that's why I keep my scraps. Because those are great for just scribbling on, and then especially with Copics, like scribble on it and let them dry. because wet Copic markers, especially on darker cardstocks, will look completely different when they're dry sometimes. It just, again, it depends on colors and all the things. So because this is 3D embossed, I didn't do any like blending. I just layered a couple colors, like on the main leaves, on those little flowers, and then on these berries, I just added a little bit of a darker red. And the pine cones, I did the 2 shades of brown. So once it was all done, like I said, of course, it's literally got to the point where if I do a card without splatter, I get all these comments from you guys. It's like, what, like, are you okay? Because we all know splatter's life. So I've got my little porcelain palette here, and in this one well is just a mixture of white gouache and Ranger's Perfect Pearl Powder. And I just keep adding to it as I run out because I just keep using it over and over again. So I've mixed that up, and I'm using my big old fan brush that I have been showing in however many videos. I'm really loving the fan brush for splatter. I don't know, there's just something about it that it splatters different than just the regular paintbrushes that I normally use. So I highly recommend, and the one I linked to, it's like $4. It's cheap. So anyway, I did that splatter, let it dry, and I was going to add more splatter. I wanted to add gold splatter because it's Christmas, and I don't know, I'm going to do it anyway. Like, I say this, it's like, ooh, I can do more bling and everything else because, Christmas, woo. But I do it anyway. Like, I don't care what time of year it is. I'm going to add more splatter. I'm going to add more bling. So, anyhow, I used my Gansai Tambi Starry colors, mixed up that gold, and this time I just used my regular brush. And this is the first time in a while that I've used just a regular brush for splatter. And it was different, but added all that splatter and then let that dry. And then my main sentiment here is the peace, love, hope, joy, wafer dye. I used this in another, like a earlier Christmas video in this series. And it was just, the shape of it was so perfect for this center area, because that oval area, I kind of went through a bunch of my Christmas dyes, and I have a ton. And I'm sure I've got a bunch of other ones that would fit too, but this one just kept like kind of popping up. And I was like, it's just meant to be because it just fits that spot perfectly. So I die cut it twice from white cardstock, and then the top layer from Simon's gold, like matte gold cardstock, and then stack those layers together with Kuretake glue. And then my card front here, I'm only trimming off like 1/4 of an inch, just so it'll be slightly smaller than my A2 card base. So I just trim off just the littlest bit so that my card base can kind of frame it a bit, because my card base is going to be Simon's Schoolhouse red cardstock. So I cut that sheet in half. So this is 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I'm scoring it at 5 1/2. So this will be a top folding A2 size card. So my card base is made. My 3D colored splattered piece is ready to go, and now I'm just going to adhere that die cut sentiment with the Kuretake glue. So just little thin amounts. I just kind of trace along the writing, and then I'm going to stick that into place, and then I'm going to just pop some acrylic blocks on top of it because it is going over a little bit of the like 3D embossing. So I want to make sure everything's like pressed down, let it dry, it'll be good to go. And then for the inside of my card, it always changes just depending on my mood. Sometimes I'll add a piece of cardstock like this to the inside of a card base. Other times I'll leave it as is and, stamp or whatever on the inside. For this one, I decided to use the Desert Storm because, one, it's Desert Storm, but also it just kind of tied it all together. And I'm just stamping this Happy Holidays sentiment from Simon's XL Christmas Greetings set with Distress Oxide ink in Rustic Wilderness, which is just chef's kiss. Such a gorgeous color, and it's perfect for Christmas. It's perfect for everything. Like I've been using Rustic Wilderness, like mixing it with all sorts of things and just loving it. So I did that for the inside. For the outside, I used my Scotch foam tape to adhere this panel to the card base so it's got a bit of dimension. And then my Kuretake glue to adhere this little panel to the inside of the card. Once that's adhered, as always, like a broken record, I say you could be done, but I'm going to add bling. I got a lot going on with the splatter and the 3D embossing and the coloring, but like I said, more is more, man. So I pulled out some pearls from my stash. These are Studio Caudia. I have gold foil pearls and wineberry pearls, and they were just so perfect for this. No rhyme or reason. I ain't following any rules. I have no idea how many I put on, whether it was odd numbers, and you know, I kind of still do like a triangular-ish pattern. People ask me all the time. Maybe hopefully in the near future I could do some sort of like how I place embellishments video, but honestly, you guys, I don't think about it too much. I'm just like, this spot needs a bling. This spot needs a pearl. Yeah. And with one like this, it doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. I was just kind of sticking them here and there, just cause, you know, it catches the light and they're shimmery, and then the splatter and the lovely gold sentiment. Love. I just really enjoyed making this. This was just fun. So, like I said earlier, this embossing folder is part of the new release. I'll link to the new release so you guys can check it out if you haven't already. And then I'll have a release and review video coming hopefully tomorrow. And I'll have more videos coming. Just stay tuned as always. I'll have all the links for this one in the description box below, as well as on my blog. You can check that out below if you're interested. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye.